Hello guys, this video is about my working day as software engineer in Munich. I'm not describing here all the activities that I may do during the day, but generally this is one of my days as it is. Usually I wake up at 6 o'clock, do my morning exercise for 10 minutes, which aims to help my back to be more or less straight. You know, all this sitting work and things like that. So today weather is looks promising, but yeah, again it looks like it's gonna change very soon. Well, it's Munich, so welcome everybody. And what do I think I'm doing in the morning? I do YouTube stuff, edit videos, write scripts, do some ideation. If you wonder how to combine YouTube with full-time job when you are a family man with kids, wake up at 6 or even earlier. This is how to do it. My only quiet time which I can dedicate to my hobby is morning. Early morning when everybody sleeps. So now we are coming to 7 o'clock. This week it so happened that I'm on call duty. I'm a go-to person if something happens with our business during the off working hours. That means that from 7 o'clock AM till 10 o'clock PM I should be available by my corporate phone. So usually at 7 o'clock I'm quickly checking that our system is alive and business is operational. Luckily, serious issues happen very rarely, I would say. Then I do my usual morning stuff, wake up my son, eat. Yeah, I'm eating boring food, don't ask it what it is, but believe me, you will not like it. And at 8 o'clock I'm bringing my son to kindergarten. So you see, the weather turned to hell in 10 minutes. So I had to take a car. Well, again, as I said, we are in Munich, we already got used to it. At 8:20 I'm usually already back home, and yeah, my working day actually starts. Sorry, I don't have fancy working setup, but this is actually how my home office / YouTube studio looks like. Morning is the most productive time, so I'm trying to make things which are very boring or require significant attention immediately in the morning. Luckily, I've managed to organize my working days so that I don't have any meetings before 10. And what do I think I'm doing in these most productive hours? Coding. No, I'm studying. For 20-30 minutes almost every day I try to study. This is, by the way, coming back to the question, how to keep yourself in industry if you are a developer at the age of over 30. After that, I read emails and make some code reviews. I almost don't write code now in frontend or backend, but I still have to do code reviews. This is the responsibility of every developer in the organization where I work. In my case, emails do not mean something urgent. Usually, there are some important things which require my attention and maybe may require some answers. For urgent situation and chatting, we have an internal messaging application which looks basically like a corporate clone of Slack. And now we are coming to the first part of the day. At 9 o'clock I check that applications that my team is responsible for, yeah, this is part of my duty within my team. I check that those applications are working and there is no red monitors. Usually when you work for some time with the infrastructure within same organization, you can very quickly identify that something is wrong. I also check what I plan to do today, if there are any pending tasks which I actually can continue. The most important thing here is to identify which tasks are in priority and which task I actually can make today. Let me explain a little bit. When you are on senior position, you are mostly operating on cross teams level, not within your team. And this means that any technical issue which happens in organization is potentially your headache. You cannot simply come and say, oh, sorry, I don't know this part of code, I'm not very familiar with this technology. The answer will be, you are senior, we are paying you tons of money, so then go and read documentation or find somebody who will do the job instead of you. And this means that often your tasks depend on other people. You simply cannot continue until, for example, other team finishes their part of job. And here the most important thing, how you communicate with people. Some people you have to push, some people you have to give them some time if it's not urgent. Generally, you have to be more diplomatic, try not to be a dick, but from the other side, you have to show that you are actually taking this task under your control. Physically, it looks like writing messages, email, chatting with people, going to some sync calls, sometimes writing angry emails or even escalations. And now I think it's time to explain you a little bit what I am doing in organization. I'm working on software engineering position, but in our organization we don't have like a separate roles for front-end, back-end, or let's say infrastructure or DevOps if you like. Everybody is doing everything what he can do, like to do, or has to do. So this is totally normal when now you are writing code in JavaScript, after that you are fixing something in microservice written on Go, and after that you are fixing some pipeline. For example, in my case, 90% of time I'm working with infrastructure. It means that my best friends now are AWS, Terraform, Datadog, and Jenkins. So coming back to my working day from 9 till 10 in the morning, I try to do tasks which require a lot of my attention. And at 10 o'clock we have our team stand-up where we quickly report what we are going to do and why we are going to do. And after stand-up, I try to dedicate some time to coding and actually doing some hands-on tasks. In my case, coding means coding infrastructure. Yeah, I'm speaking about Terraform. Probably you can imagine coding like this. But this happens only in movies. Real coding looks like this. Or like this. Or like this. Sometimes like this. Or like this. At 11 o'clock today I have an interview with a candidate. Yes, I'm a part of the hiring team and I have to interview people. Usually it looks like friendly chatting, but during this chat, I'm sorry, I cannot expose all my interviewing secrets here. NDA thing, and yeah, I already know that some of my colleagues are watching my channel. At 12 we have lunch. It's lunchtime and it means it's sports time. What means sports in my case? Or I'm doing my workout in the gym, which is luckily only 100 meters from my house, or I have a jogging run for 4 kilometers. 90% of time I'm working from home. My company has a very nice office in the center of Munich, but when you have kids, those couple of hours that you may save during the day by not going to the office can be a game changer. For example, I don't imagine how I could keep up with my sports routine if I had to spend time going to work and back. And after sports, I'm having a quick lunch and my working day continues. Now we are coming to the second part of the day. The second part of the day starts and it means meetings times. If I'm lucky, I manage to do some routine hands-on tasks. I can also do them during the meetings. Sorry to my colleagues, but not all meetings actually require my full presence there. What could be those routine tasks in my case? For example, there are also some very important but very boring tasks like secrets rotation, updating documentation, or running different upgrades. And now we are coming to 14 o'clock. Today is Monday and it means estimation meeting for frontend. I haven't written front-end code for more than a year, but I still invited here. The main goal of the meeting is to estimate how much effort is needed to implement one or another feature which is planned for the upcoming sprint. We use story point system, and the main magic here is to be as precise as possible, but sometimes you also make an approach like shot in the dark. At 15 o'clock my working day is coming to the end and it means that my head is not working properly anymore. I usually do some monotonous tasks which don't require much of my attention and creativity. What can it be? Usually those tasks which are not very urgent and you already know what to do there. For example, again, secrets rotation, do some dependency upgrades, hunting for bugs, figuring out why something is not working, chatting with colleagues, and at 16 o'clock in the evening we usually have some meetings which are not mandatory and which aim to raise our awareness about different technologies and findings. Since I'm mostly working with infrastructure, I attend meetings related to it. Usually on those meetings colleagues share, for example, who implemented what, which technology they tried to do and what came out of it, bugs or unexpected behavior found, or somebody wanted to improve the system and accidentally broke production. evening time. At 17, after all meetings, I try to study again a little bit for 20-30 minutes. After that, my actually active working day ends. And at 6 o'clock in the evening, I spend my time with my family or I go to basketball training. Here I'm playing basketball already for 20 years. But my working day is still not over. Remember, this week I'm on on-call support, and it means that until 10 o'clock I'll have to have my corporate mobile phone with me. That was my working day on software engineering position in Munich. You see, nothing fancy. The same things are performed by people in any other city or in any other countries. Except in Munich, this is totally acceptable to drink beer during lunchtime or, for example, go skiing after work. And if you want to know more about Germany and about software engineering in Germany, I think one of the videos that you will see right now will give you a lot of additional insights.